What's going on, y'all? Gonzo's Convos, Season 5, Episode. Now we're on 15. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Cassandra, 26, and I'm a medical assistant, and I'm also going to school for licensed vocational nurse.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, that sounds kind of hard.
What does school?
Yeah. I mean, my background, right? When I was
Mhm.
in high school, like, I wasn't very good with math type of deal. And I graduated on the rise of COVID. So, yeah. Basically, I had kind of like decent grades with some D's
Oh,
sprinkled in. So, you know what I'm saying? I graduated with that. So, college kind of scared me a little bit, just a little bit.
college?
Yeah,
Oh my goodness. I mean, honestly, nursing is not for the weak. I will tell you that. It
yeah.
takes a toll. So,
So what makes you say it takes a toll?
the way you have to fit in studying while like working, also because I have a son, he's 5, so I manage being a mom, working and going to school,
I
fitting
got
in studying.
I got you. So like, what you going for? Like a what is it? Not a doctor, a master's degree.
Um, my ultimate goal is to finish LVN and then while I'm working as an LVN, go to school as an RN online and then take a year off and then go for my PA or NP. So
Okay.
eventually, yes.
A lot of those sound like good goals. I feel like a lot of people our age don't really have goals like that. They kind of just like myself. They're kind of just like graduate high school and then go do whatever it is type deal. That's it. Not really so much as
Yeah, I
like
completely
still
agree.
yeah, like not so much as like continuing education type deal. So I think that's really
Mhm.
cool. What made you wanna do nursing?
Um, Growing up, my mom was a CNA, my dad is an LVN, so it's always been around me, and I see how much they change like people's lives and stuff like that.
Yeah, I get that. I've noticed a lot of people going for travel nurses.
Yes, it's good money, and you
I,
get to
feel-
visit different states.
I was gonna say like it's got to be the money and the fact that you get to travel for free type deal. That might be why.
Yeah, they pay for your housing, your gas, your food. You get overtime, you get more pay, so it's
Damn.
pretty cool.
I feel like it's like a lot of people want to go for that, but at the same time, it's hard. Like
Yeah.
it's not easy to become that.
Yeah, like I said, it's a toll. It's not for the weak. That I can say that for sure.
Yeah, I got you. So how much more you have left till you can officially start on?
Graduate.
Yeah,
I graduate November 2024.
2024. Okay, all right. You almost there. Shit. I mean, it
Yeah,
seems like a long ways away, but you almost there, type deal. And I think that's
yeah.
cool
Feels
that
like it's going fast.
yeah. Like I said, I think it's cool that you wanted to continue your education. I think that's what a lot of people aren't doing right now. You know what I'm saying? But
Thank you.
get into the main topic at hand, talking about this generation. First off, how do you feel about this generation?
It's sad.
It's sad. Why do you say
It's
that?
very sad. I feel like people don't have morals and values anymore.
Ooh, that's a new one. I feel like I wanted to say that in previous episodes, but I just couldn't think of those words.
How to say it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So what makes you think they lack morals and values these days?
First off, what? Who came up with the roster?
Who
That's
came up
one
with
of
a roster?
them. Yes.
I feel like everyone's favorite celebrities came up with that shit.
Yes,
Real
I
talk.
agree. I feel like it all has to do with the internet. So,
Social media, internet, media, celebrities, all that. I could see that.
yes.
And I say the same thing. I think that's where a lot of people get their trends and their, what they want to do
Hmm.
type deal. Do you think social media impacts relationships a lot?
Yes, I do. I think it impacts them on from trust issues to want to project themselves in a completely different way.
Okay. That was a very smart way to say that. Damn. so,
Thank you.
No, I understand what you're saying. So, like in simpler terms, right? You're saying that social media affects relationships because people fall back onto that too much. Is that kind of what you're saying?
Mhm.
I feel like yeah, and I feel like it kind of has more leeway into cheating, and for some reason, cheating is a big thing nowadays.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, have you ever been cheated on
Mhm.
before?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe it.
Mhm. Yeah, I'm serious.
Dang, wow. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I feel like everyone has, but then there's still like a certain amount of people that like you can just kind of they give off a vibe they didn't get cheated on. Like it's just like things didn't work out type of deal.
Let's just say I'm not a bitter person.
You don't seem like a bitter person at all. So
Mm-mm.
what exactly happened? Like you just kind of like caught your significant other talking to other people on social media? Is that why?
Yes, like Tinder, Snapchat. So yeah, social media.
It was it a dude?
What do you mean?
It was a guy, right?
That cheated on me?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I just asked because I'm not gonna assume who's into who. You know what I'm saying? But damn, so you caught him with Tinder on his phone and all kinds of dating apps and shit while he was with you.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how did you react to it?
I was very young at the time, so I handled it very childish. But like I said, I'm not bitter about it. I mean, things happen for a reason,
Right,
and you just have to move forward.
right. I don't know if you're religious or not, but I would take that as like that wasn't the one for me. Like God has other plans for me, and that person wasn't part of my plan. So
No,
be it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I'm
You said,
Christian, so I believe in those values.
hey, me too. I got a cross right there in the other room. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are like, "Oh, that's just gonna turn upside down." I'm like, "Shut up, devil! Don't be saying stuff like
They're
that."
coming for you to
Yeah,
stun
that's my
you.
saying, man. Shut up, devil! Don't bring me that bad juju. You know what I'm saying? But you said very young, so I'm thinking, what was it like high school when this happened?
I was more so 19, 20, now 26, so
20? No, you're not. 26.
yeah, he is.
Hey, you look like you're my age, or even younger. Like,
I know, I
like
get
you
told
still
that
my
a
age.
lot.
Yeah. I mean, us Latin people don't really age until we get to like 60s. That's one thing
Hmm.
I noticed. But yeah, you look like you'd be like 19, 20 still.
Thank you.
I would have never believed 26. So you said when you were 19, I didn't even know Tinder was a thing back
Mhm.
then. I knew it was like first a thing. I remember when it was like first came out and people were all over that shit. But damn, hmm, interesting. That's very interesting.
Yeah, it's crazy what
especially because
kind
I,
of apps
I
are out
didn't.
there.
Yeah, especially because I didn't use dating apps like that in high school. You know what I'm
Me
saying?
neither.
Like I had my social media, of course, and I used that a lot, but I didn't use dating apps, which is I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I didn't either.
So as far as I mean, your personal opinion on dating apps, do you feel like they work or they don't?
Mm, I feel like dating apps project more so a dating culture, a hookup culture. So
That's the same
I
thing,
feel like that's not an ideal thing to use. I feel like it would be better to talk to someone naturally in person.
right? But how many people are actually doing that? You see what I'm saying?
Not many.
Like, like think about it this way: like if I myself were to go up, just like I don't know, it's daytime, I'm outside a store or some shit, and I walk up to a random
Mhm.
female, just to talk. She's gonna be awkward as fuck at first, you know. She's gonna be like, "Why is he talking to me?" Or like, versus if I DM'd her on Instagram, like that's a normal thing, or like tapped
Mhm.
into her TikTok live video. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like people don't really like talking in person face to face anymore. I mean, like unless they're already established.
Yeah, I agree.
So what do you think needs to change in this generation in order to fix all that type of deal?
When it comes to dating.
Like when it comes to the cons, you know how we have pros and cons. What do you think this generation needs to do to fix the cons that's happening?
I feel like maybe not letting your child, starting from a young age, not letting your child use like cell phones, tablets, keep them away from that. Because I feel like that's like in this generation is progressing so much more so like social media, and I feel like that's the start of it, of letting your child like have a cell phone or like a tablet.
Right. And don't you think that's crazy that young kids have access to all this type of shit? You know, like they're
Yeah,
like 3 years
it's
old and
crazy.
yeah, they're like 3 years old and they have an iPad already, going through Google and shit. I wonder if they like wander
Yeah,
into I wonder if they wander into like the no sites. Like that shit would kind of be funny.
I feel like yes. Um, I feel like it's very easy to access those things. Like for example, my little sister, she would like use like a computer like when she was younger, and she told my parents like, that it's easy to access those things on like the computer. You're able to talk to like older people, so it's crazy. Like I had never thought that
Shit.
that would be happening in like 2015, 2016. So
Right.
yeah, I feel like it's
Right.
possible.
Right. And I could tell you, like, even though I guess I come from this generation, I'm a 2002 baby. I don't feel like I really fit into this type of era, if that makes sense. Because I prefer the
Yeah.
face to face type shit. I prefer the old school ways. I'm not really the type to go and shoot my shot over social media or text message type deal. And the same thing with like if I had to break up with somebody, I'm not gonna do that over text. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So in that type of way, I feel like yeah, I don't feel like I really click with this generation too much, and I don't really care for trends too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I'm on the same boat.
Well, yeah, you were before 1999, right? Right?
1997.
Well, I said before 1999. Yeah, 97.
Yeah.
See, you can still call yourself a 90s baby. There's yeah, you call yourself a 90s baby.
Yeah.
But I feel like early 90s babies are like, nah, we don't claim them because even though they were born in the 90s, like they grew up in the 2000s. What do you feel about that?
Yeah. I can see why they want to claim that, but I feel like I don't know. I feel like all the good music was in the 90s. So,
Right, right. What type of music you listen to?
I listen to anything honestly.
Anything like anything goes
Yeah, any genre.
for real. Even country.
Hmm.
I can't vibe with country. I don't know how people do it. How do you do it?
What? So you never heard Morgan Wallen?
Everybody see when I say country, people say that name, and I don't know who the fuck that is. Like,
You know what? You need to give it a shot.
no, no, I don't know how to vibe to it. Like, I feel like it's too slow for me. I don't know, or like too.
His music's pretty good.
I don't know. I don't know. I like what do you call? I guess technically it's Mexican country music, not so much. It's you ever heard of corridos? I fuck
Yeah.
with corridos, but I don't really fuck with country. Cause I feel like corridos hits different. You know what I'm saying? Like when you got old dude in the back busting out the trumpet,
Mhm.
busting out the guitar, like they kind of playing it in a fast paced type of thing. So I've kind of fucked with it. You know what I'm saying? Versus
Yeah.
country, it's like kind
Mhm.
of slow, and I'm like, I don't know how to vibe to this right now. Like I see everybody dancing, everybody's liking it. I don't know what to do. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It's not everyone's cup of tea, so it's okay.
it can't be mine. I've tried to vibe to it. And I'm like, what the hell am I listening to? You know?
Honestly, to be honest with you, I used to be like that too about country music, but then I started listening to it more and more, and I started liking it.
Yeah, you said Morgan Walter. What the hell's his name?
Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, Morgan Walter. See, you're looking at me like I'm stupid. Like I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with that. Like, bro, like I don't know who it is. I might okay, look. I might listen to like one song after this. Just and then I'll tell you what I think of it. If it's not up to
All
the
right,
hype,
give
I'm,
it a shot.
I'm gonna say so. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, give me your
But
honest opinion.
I got you. But I tell you this, I listen to well, I really grew up with old '90s hip hop. I don't know if you listen to that
Hmm.
or '90s R&B. That shit hit. That type of slow music's fine. Reggaeton nowadays rap, but even though it's kind of going off, I don't know, it's going on a decline. I feel like as far as what I like, and then corridos, some corrido songs I like, but that's really it. You know, I never got into like
Yeah,
rock music or like heavy metal or definitely not country. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's really what I listen to. I don't know if you've ever listened to reggaeton before.
hmm, of course.
Where? So you have a favorite singer,
Hmm.
reggaetonero? Who is it? You better answer this correctly. Who is it? Who is it?
Honestly, I like Raul Alejandro.
Oh, that's acceptable. Okay. You don't like Anuel AA?
I never listened to his music.
What the fuck? But you've listened to Karol G, right?
Yeah.
She used to be with that man. Is that why? Is it because they broke up? That's why I don't
No.
listen.
Mm-mm.
No, you just never got around to like limited. Damn, he makes some good shit though. What about Osuna? I know you listen to Osuna.
Oh yeah, he's well known.
Osuna was in
What?
the. I feel like Osuna came in after Anuel did. I might be wrong on that. I don't know. Who came in the reggaeton game first? Was it Osuna or?
Yeah, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, but same with Anuel. But you know what? Just like I'm gonna listen to Morgan Wallen, you gonna listen to some of Anuel Dolea's songs. How about that?
All right,
And
deal.
then we're gonna swap opinions on each other's music.
Hmm.
What about Nicky Jam? You know who Nicky Jam is?
Hmm.
Okay, I was about to get kind of heated if you said no, because it's like, bro, like that's an OG. He used to,
Oh
make
my
music.
god.
He used to make music with Daddy Yankee. Like, come on, you got to know who that is. You know, so,
Hmm.
all right, that's good. Cascuela.
Yeah, good.
Okay. All right, let me stop before I start naming everybody. But going back to see, we got off track. So going back to the generation talk, right? So what do you think people need to do as far as like finding a significant other? What do you think people need to do?
I would start first by building my career, putting
Okay.
myself in a very healthy position. I feel like you should have like your life settled already. You know what I mean? Like prepared
Right.
for that person.
Like get yourself established before anything. Now the funny thing is I say that too. I tell people to like focus on themselves because if you go look for these types of relationships, either you don't find nothing or you find the
Hmm.
wrong relationships to get in, like the very toxic ones, you know.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I tell people to just focus on your own thing. And the funny thing about that is sometimes in the middle of while you're focusing on yourself, it just kind of hits you like a random
Yeah.
person comes up and you're like, oh shit, we're dating. Like, you know what I'm saying?
That is
That's happened.
very true.
That's happened to me before, you know, and it was super random, and it was probably one of the healthiest relationships I had, and I didn't have a lot to be honest with you.
Yeah, I feel like you meet it's best to work on yourself and not look for a relationship and let it come find you. I feel like it's a lot harder when you're seeking for it because that's when you seek an unhealthy relationship.
Right now, also, what do you think on people judging others as far as this meeting? People judging others on zodiac signs and shit like that. I know that bothers the hell out of you. That bothers the hell out of me too. What do you think of it?
Honestly, I don't mind the zodiac thing, but I think you shouldn't base a relationship off of it, if that makes sense.
Right, but you've seen people do that before, right?
Hmm.
So I don't. I'm not trying to sit here and bash on them, right? But it's like, why? Like, where does this come from? That's like how you're like, what we were talking about before. We were like, where does this even come from? That's what I'm like with
Mhm.
this. Where did exactly
Yeah.
the zodiac sign shit come from, and why are some people taking it so seriously like that? Why do you think?
Um, I think it comes from, for example, like I don't know if you like scroll through TikTok and sometimes you see like palm readers or like tarot card readers. I feel like so many people are so confused with their relationships that they're seeking answers and they come upon like say a TikTok like that and they're like, "Oh my God, like everything she's saying is true." And then sometimes they go into like the zodiac thing. So I
Yeah.
feel like it all falls back again on social media. I feel like people are just seeking answers through social media.
So the moral of the story is people are just kind of chasing the trends and chasing the clout that
Mm,
comes from it, that could potentially come from it. There we go.
yes.
That sums that up. Yeah, I would say so. But hold on. The tarot card shit pops up on your TikTok too, like when you're scrolling. Bro, I was
Yeah,
getting
I'm like,
scared. I was like, what the fuck is this? Okay, I thought I was the only one, bro. Like I was getting scared. Like I was like, what the fuck is it? Why does this keep popping up? Like I don't even look for this shit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's crazy.
And like I may sin, do my own type of deals, whatever, but at the end of the day, I'm with God type of deal. And the tarot card stuff, I know for sure is not biblical at all. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know what that deal is. That's a whole different energy that I don't want to tap into. But it's funny because if I were to express that opinion to people that love that stuff, they
Hmm.
would take so much offense to it, you know?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think so too.
Which that's why it's cool. I could say that right here on this podcast without you getting offended because you believe me, you're with me on that shit. Like if you were a tarot card believer, you'd
Yeah.
probably be hating me right now. But I just
No, I'm not. Most definitely not.
you said what?
I said most definitely I'm not.
Yeah, no. But like I don't know. Like I just think it's like I said, it's a whole different energy people don't know about that they're tapping into, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
Because like even when
Yeah.
people have explained it to me, they're like, "Oh, the Earth tells me this," but I'm like, "What you mean the Earth is speaking to you? What are you talking about?
The
Like
earth.
who's Earth? You know what I'm saying? Like we live on planet Earth, but it's speaking to you, like only you and no one else."
Hmm.
It's just I don't know. It's very weird to me. You know what I'm saying? It's very very weird.
Yeah, I
Um,
agree.
but that's the other thing though. Like in Christian belief, are tarot cards seen as demonic?
Yes.
I
Yeah,
figured
it
as
opens
much.
a gateway.
Opens the gateways. Yeah, I figured as much. I just didn't want to like say that without like having factual proof or anything, or like knowing what I was talking about. But what is it? Stuff like that. I feel like tarot cards are kind of like what's that board game shit? You know what I'm talking?
The Ouija board.
Ouija board. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Do you feel like it's kind of like the Ouija board?
Hmm.
Do you think it's worse, or do you think it's like about the same?
Mm, I think it's about the same. I just think it's just different versions.
Right. I don't know. I just think it's weird too about this generation though. Like tying that together. I feel like people are leaned towards doing rituals and shit like that. And,
Hmm.
zodiac signs are seen as evil too. I learned that. And just everything like that is happening to energies that's not related to God. So what's scary about it is in the Bible people are like, oh, people gonna steer away from God type deal.
Yeah,
And that's kind of that's definitely what's happening right now, if you notice.
it is. It's
Who's
crazy
your
right
favorite?
now.
You said what?
What happened? I
No,
didn't hear
no.
your
What were you saying?
question.
No, you go for it. What were you
No,
saying?
I was saying that this generation's really like crazy. Like,
Yeah, like they're into that type of stuff, and they'll want to play with Ouija boards, tarot cards like it's nothing. Like they're gonna be fine afterwards. Like, no, bro, I don't want to see no shadows. I don't want to see nothing popping up in my place. Like, I don't like that type of stuff.
mm-mm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't. I can't even watch horror movies like that. The horror movies they make nowadays are very demonic too.
Oh, I know. I have not seen a horror movie in a very long time as well.
Yeah, I think I can't even remember the last one I saw. Probably the Nun, and I didn't even fuck with it like that. Like it was, I don't know, very like I don't know, I can't fuck with it. So I mean I watch like slasher movies, you know what I'm saying? Like the old shit, like Friday the 13th, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. I watch shit like that, but I won't watch the nowadays stuff.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's too much. And like I said, I feel like that's like another gateway to
You
at
think
least
so?
something following me home.
Right. So how do you think that works though with the whole movie thing? Like, do you feel like when you watch something like that, that same energy goes to where you are?
Hmm.
What
Yeah.
kind of energy though? Like the energy that's like just any evil energy, or like just
I feel like the uneasiness when it comes to watching it and also having in the back of your mind that you're religious and you know that it's wrong to, watch that kind of stuff.
damn. So what was the last horror movie you watched?
Mm, honestly, I can't remember. It's been a long time.
I feel like most people it was The Conjuring probably. Was it The Conjuring?
Conjuring. Yes, that one is also bad too. Now that
Very
I'm
much
thinking about
so,
it,
yeah. There's a
it's
whole
based on
like
true story.
yeah, those movies are, that's what's even scary. Those movies are based on true stories. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm,
so what's weird is like when the characters are possessed, right? And they're like
yeah,
doing they're saying their lingo or whatever. I feel like that's legit words that they possibly said,
yeah.
which is
No, I
even
agree.
freakier, you know. And it could be like
Hmm.
what do you call them words? Or like um, what do you like? Not I want to say curse words, like curse sentences, sentences that curse people. I don't know. You know what I'm talking
Yes,
about?
I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's this generation is just too wild, too wild. So would you agree with me why you'd want to go back to like the early 2000s or like a 90s type vibe, right?
Yes, it's for sure.
Right. And are you currently in a relationship right now?
No.
No. I mean,
Mm-mm.
you don't have to share if you don't want to, but like, what happened?
They ain't putting me on the spot. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not trying to
Um,
put. Promise you.
I just feel like right now I just want to focus on myself, focus on my career, focus on my son,
Yeah.
keep becoming the best healthy version of myself.
So so you're the one that broke it off for those reasons.
Yes.
I feel like that. See that I feel like is the most respectful way to break up with somebody. Like I don't know. I feel like someone couldn't really get pissed about that. Did
No,
he get
because
pissed
I
about it? Or
mean,
was it?
if you, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. My fault. Go ahead.
I feel like if you really love that person, you'll understand why they're choosing to do that.
Right. Right. I feel like at the same time though, like just me speaking as a dude trying to be
Hmm.
in that situation, I would also feel like don't get me wrong, I would understand where you're coming from, but like I would also feel like I'm in the way, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say like no genuine dude wants to ever feel like they're in the way, if that makes sense.
Hmm. I agree.
He didn't feel like he was in the way after hearing that. He was just supportive of it.
Um, I'm sorry,
What?
I should not be laughing about this.
Yo.
He was pretty upset at first, but then now that years have passed, he understands now why I decided to make that decision.
Right. I got you. So you're kind of like taking your own advice right now, just kind of waiting for yourself to get established and then going forth a relationship. Okay.
Yes, yes.
We need more of that. More individuals like that in this world. Definitely.
Yeah,
Because I feel
I
like that's the
agree.
other issue. That's the other issue. Like going back to what you said about people not being real like really set to be in a relationship. And I feel like even though they're not set in their mind, they're like, nah, I
Hmm.
want relationships, I want this and that. And so they're just pursuing more and more. and I feel like that's creating
Yeah.
all these toxic relationships out here. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah. I feel like a lot in this generation too. There's a lot of people that aren't healed and they think that jumping into another relationship is gonna heal them, but what they don't understand is that they're hurting that person in the process because they're not healed themselves. So
right,
they
and
need
they're
to be
also
comfortable.
right, and they're also bringing that baggage over to that next person. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah.
the way you agreed. It was like, yeah, I was waiting for someone to say that.
I feel like not many people have that understanding, and it's like frustrating.
Look, I'm gonna be real. It took me a good couple. I would say a good like one good heartbreak to really
Hmm.
hit. No, I'm not even gonna say that. One good heartbreak and a couple of flings to help me understand everything about it. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
I learned a lot. I'm just gonna put it that way. I learned a lot. And so I think my biggest thing, and you could tell me if this was you too, the biggest thing, like when I had my first, real heartbreak, I was kind of like on the tangent where I was like, fuck all these females, like all this and that, you know what I'm saying? I was that kind of guy. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna think of this like a chess game, like they're gonna play their fucking pawns and all this shit. I'm gonna play mine and I'm gonna play it better. And so that's why I had a lot of flings afterwards. But then I grew out of it my senior year of high school, and I was like, let me just follow my own advice, focus on myself, and then just see what happens from there. So, I mean, did that similar thing kind of happen to you, where you're like, when you had your first heartbreak, where you kind of like, fuck all men, like done this stuff?
Honestly, I'm a very forgiving person. I have a really big heart, so
I could tell. I could tell. It seemed
yeah.
very genuine.
Yes.
Yeah. I see that. That's let's say in a scenario version,
Hmm.
if me and you were in a relationship and things weren't working, I would have a hard time breaking it off
Why?
because like you don't. Okay, so first off, you don't see or meet a lot of genuine people like that, or like people that have a
Hmm.
good heart like that. You like I could tell you from what I mostly met was females. Like if you pissed them off, they kind of went like went back. You know what I'm saying? Like they argued back. They went ghetto mode. You know what I'm saying? Went ghetto mode back, and you don't really see the opposite of that nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So people
Yeah.
with a good heart, I would have trouble with that because I'm like, fuck, like she's actually cool. Like I wouldn't want to hurt her. Like I'd be in
Yeah.
that
No, I
situation.
agree.
I'd be in that type of situation. So yeah, that'd be troublesome for sure. But like I said, I haven't had a lot of relationships where they had genuine good hearts type deal, where they
Yeah.
wouldn't like be verbally abusive. There's a word for it, you know. And I don't see you doing that at all.
Oh no. I feel like that is very childish.
Thank you. So majority of this generation is super childish, right?
Hmm.
And what's crazy is you'll meet people that are older than you on the same shit.
Yeah, no, I think, yeah. I see people that are older than me that still play games. I'm like, what?
Wait, play games? What you mean? Like play like cheating shit like
Like,
that?
yeah, cheating, still having rosters. I'm just like, what? Like, I don't know.
Read
It
the
just seems like
rosters. What happened?
I don't like that.
No,
I
what
just
did
feel
you
like it has
see?
a lot to do with that.
What did you see rosters? Like
Why do I
where
see
did you
rosters?
like what did you first hear that or first see that where you're like, what the fuck is this?
I would say more so last year when I started trying to date again. I was
Yeah.
like, what is a roster? And then like my friends explained it to me. They're like, oh, it's when you have like multiple people. Like if one doesn't answer, another one will. And I was like, what? I don't know. It's just so
Uh,
like mind blowing to me because I'm the type of person that if I'm talking to you, it's just you. I'm not gonna have like a backup.
Yeah. Don't hate my past, but back in high school, I had that type of stuff. That was like a big
Yeah, it's
thing. Like so,
crazy.
but the thing is, like the high school I went to, no one really dated like that. It was just more so, are we linking up after school? Are we linking up whenever, type of deal. So everybody in that
Mhm.
school had a roster, as far as my knowledge goes, including myself. And I don't know how people do it or how people keep
Yeah, I
up.
don't know either.
I don't get how people keep up with it. Like it's very stressful. I found it very stressful, and
Sounds like a full-time job.
it kind of was, to be honest with you. Like you had to memorize shit about the person so they still like fuck with you. Like imagine if you had, let's say, because I was using Snapchat back then. So let's take Snapchat back then. I had a lot, so I had to memorize each person's facts about each person, like their favorite color, their birthday, all this other shit. The birthday kind of
Mm.
was a cheat because the little birthday cake would pop up next to their name, and so I'd be like, oh, happy birthday, But
Wow.
everything, but everything else, I was like, fuck, like I can't forget names, I can't forget nothing, like, bro. I just found it very
Mm.
stressful and very like, what's the point type of deal.
Yeah.
So you'll find a lot of people still on that shit. They call it city boys. Be on that city boy
City
shit. You probably
boys.
heard it. On that city boy shit. You probably heard of that. And then there's city girl shit. Bro, come
Oh
on.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Just
Oh,
kidding.
you've heard of city girls, but not city boy. Oh my
I was
lord.
like, they be rapping about it.
You said who?
They be rapping about it. Like
So
rappers
that's
rap about that.
so that's where you heard city girl. Let me guess. It was who the fuck was it? Ooh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It was a Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah. So she's on that city girl shit. And that's why a lot of females on that city girl shit. And then you got male rappers that are talking about drugs, sex, and money. That's been the thing for
Yeah.
years now. And now a lot of dudes are like thinking that shit's cool, you know. So with the whole roster, going back to the roster thing, I just don't understand how people keep up with it. Because I found it stressful. I found it pointless later on. And it was just too hard. It was too much. I was like, I'm giving my
Yeah.
energy to people that I don't want a relationship with, and they don't want a relationship with me. So they just want to have fun, and that's it.
Yeah, it's baffling.
Right. So I'm glad you never tried that, and I don't want anyone else to try that. Like real talk, I don't.
Yeah,
And if
no.
you are the type to have a roster, I mean, keep it at like a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Don't have like a bunch of people. Like
Mhm.
it's gonna get out of hand because it definitely it did for me, definitely. And yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know how people keep up with it. But so you listen to Megan Thee Stallion?
What
Interesting.
happened?
I said you listen to Megan Thee Stallion. Interesting.
I mean, I don't listen to her, but I've heard that song
Yeah.
from her.
So you just that's the one song you heard from her,
I mean, I've heard a couple others, but
but
I
you
don't
listen to her.
religiously listen to her.
I mean, like okay, so like she's not like when you turn on your speaker or whatever, she's not gonna be the first choice, but you listen to it. Like if she comes on, you're gonna be like, fuck it, like I'll listen to it. But she's not gonna be like the one you
Um,
pick, right?
I feel like I mainly listen. My tongue. I mainly listen. I got tongue tied for a second. I mainly listen to like Spanish music, country music, R&B. So,
What kind of Spanish music you listen to?
like mellow.
I mean, like
Honestly, I'm getting into Peso Pluma. Like his stuff is starting to get catchy. Why you roll your eyes?
because like, bro, every Latina's in the peso pluma. Like, let's be real.
I mean, he has a cute like face. So.
Does he look Mexican to you or not really?
He looks güerito.
So like me,
Yeah, I did not think you were Hispanic.
you didn't think I was Hispanic?
Mm-mm.
What'd you think I was?
I thought you were white.
Dead ass, bro. Like full blooded, like no mixture, nothing, just straight
What?
up. Huh?
What part of Mexico?
Jalisco.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are light skin over
You
there.
dead ass don't see it's better. You're lying to me.
I'm serious.
You're lying.
No, for real.
There's no way you thought of like straight up like this dude is just straight white, no mixture, nothing.
Mm-mm.
You didn't think that?
I thought you were a country at first.
Country.
Mm-hmm.
What the? So I look like a blonde haired, blue eyed white dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even have blonde hair or blue eyes.
I know, but your complexion is so light.
My complexion. I'm probably darker than Basil Blue Moon, to be honest with you. I'm like a good.
Hmm.
So it's winter time, right? So I'm like a good yellow,
A good
and then
yellow?
most I'm like a yellowish skin tone, yeah, like a yellowish type. But that's also like so I'm a mix. So my dad is full blooded Mexican, and my mom is half Japanese, half white.
You're lying.
No, I got the flags there for a reason. I don't just rock them because I like them. I mean, I like them, but like I don't just rock them just for decoration's sake. You know what I'm saying?
What? I'm
I know
half
you saw
Japanese
that.
too.
I know you saw the flag back there. So no, I'm not brown or anything. I'm not the stereotypical Mexican or anything. But neither is Canelo. Yeah, you gotta know Canelo.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Does he look Mexican to you?
Mm-hmm.
Canelo. So Canelo would look Mexican before I look. You're lying like
Yes.
shit. You're capping. You're capping.
No, I'm serious.
No, he's a whole ginger. That man's a
Wow,
whole.
putting me on the spot.
Huh? You're
What's it out here
trolling.
putting me on the spot?
You're either trolling or you're capping.
No, I'm serious.
There's no way. Look how my facial hair grows. Like, there's no fucking way.
Hmm. I think it's the accent too, though.
What do you mean?
You sound country.
Fuck, man. I've been in Texas too long. I'm in Texas. I don't know.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's mainly Mexicans here, and they think. I mean, they know English, but like they speak Spanish to me and shit.
So you speak Spanish?
Simon,
Oh, okay.
yo hablo español también, but I'm self-taught.
You're self-taught?
So let me give you a little history, right? Little brief
Mm-hmm.
family history. So my family is originally from Colorado. I mean, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
way back then they were in Jalisco and all kinds of different parts of the world, whatever. But the Mexicans that came over, on my Mexican side, they didn't want to teach their kids Spanish because back then it was very like people got degraded for knowing Spanish, so they wanted their kids to know English, type of deal.
Yeah.
And so a lot of people in my family didn't know Spanish, just a very small amount. And there's only a couple of us that were like, fuck it, like I'd rather just get self-taught. Or I'd rather teach myself and know another language type deal and know something that my ancestors knew. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I speak it fluently, and that's because I'm self-taught. Like I put effort into knowing my shit. You know what I'm saying?
Wow. That's
And
good.
listening to
Not many
music.
people would take the time to do that.
Yeah, and listening to the music help too. So like I'll listen to any Spanish song and I'll be able to translate it. So
Wow,
a lot
that's
of
good.
corridos are very, very sad and about the hardships in Mexico. That's why I wouldn't want to go back.
Yeah.
No, but I'm still caught up on the fact that you don't see Hispanic at all, like in my features or nothing. Like that's just crazy.
Well, now I understand because of your mixture.
Well, yeah, but like what I'm saying, I'm predominantly Mexican, especially I grew up around that family too, in
Yeah.
Chicano culture. You know what Chicanos are? You should know. Yeah, Chicano culture. You know what I'm saying? I just think it's crazy you don't see no features. You know what I'm saying? Because I get a mixture of my father's features. I get a mixture of my mother's features. Obviously, I
Mm-mm.
didn't get the skin tone from the Mexican side. I got it from my mom's side. But you know, I think it's crazy.
Yeah,
I think that's crazy. She said full blooded white, bro.
I
What kind of
did.
white? Like, there's a bunch of different types of white. But like, there's Italians, there's Irish people, English
I thought
people,
like country, cause like your accent. So I was like,
country.
oh, okay.
What accent? I don't have an accent. Stop it.
You too.
I don't have like a southern accent.
Mhm.
No way, no way, bro. I'm not even southern like that. No. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
Where you from?
I hear it.
Where you from?
I'm from California.
See, most people from Cali could see my features and be like, yeah, that dude's some type of Chicano or some shit. You're the only one.
Really?
Yeah. You never seen Juaritos before?
I mean, yeah, of
Or
course,
like
but
like mixtures. You know what I'm saying?
mm-mm,
Mixed Chicanos. Well, here you go.
no.
Mixed Chicano right here.
First one,
Yeah. And no, I don't have blonde hair or blue eyes. You can see my hair clearly. Look,
brown.
my eye color is like brown like shit. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. You don't know what my last name is?
No.
Gonzalez.
Gonzalez?
How did you say it? Ain't no fucking way. How did you? No, 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 no. Rewind back. How did you say it?
Stop.
We gonna
I said
rewind
it.
it.
Oh no, mine. I said it wrong. I'm sorry. What did you say it was again?
You want my full name? Like my full name, the Spanish
Mhm.
version
Mhm.
is Gabriel Emiliano Gonzalez Jr.
Oh, that's a pretty name.
Appreciate that. After Emiliano Zapata, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You you know who that is, right? I just need you to look it up after we get done with this podcast. I need you to look it up. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, but you're what full blooded Mexican? You're not even full blooded. What's your mixture?
I'm Guatemalan and Japanese. Why are you looking at the flag like that?
Because I don't see Japanese in you. You feel me? I don't see I
I'm
don't see
serious.
Japanese. Huh?
I'm serious.
You know how to speak Japanese?
Mm-mm.
I don't either.
Do you?
Sorry. I
Okay, I was
don't
about
either.
to say, oh my god, he
You
beat
thought I was
you
about to
to
say
it.
some shit, huh? Yeah, nah. Like I said, I grew up around my dad's family, so I grew up with English and Spanish. Well, actually, the first
Mm,
Spanish I ever learned was Chicano slang. So I learned how to say "orale" and "orale pues," shit like that. You know, the cuss words
yeah.
was like one of the first things I learned, and I was like, "Fuck that!" Like, I don't want to just know that. You know what I'm saying? Because what am I gonna look like walking around saying "orale pues, cabrón"? Like,
No,
where am I gonna
definitely
go
not.
from there? Nah. And what's funny is, I don't know if it's like this in what Chapina culture. Yeah, I know the term. I know the term in Chapina culture. I don't know if
Mm,
it's a bad thing to call someone a pendejo or pendeja. But for us, if you call it that, like those are fighting words.
yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Oh
like
yeah, for
cabrón.
sure.
So it's like cabrón, not so much. Like you can get away with that if you're real cool with somebody, but pendejo, pendeja. No.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, it's just like a. A lot of people thought I was Puerto Rican. Puerto
Mm-mm.
Rican or Cuban. Don't
Really?
say no. There's not a lot of Puerto Ricans in California. Yeah, there's
Mm-mm.
not. So don't say no.
I've been
But
seeing them on TikTok though.
they mainly thought Puerto Rican or Cuban or some shit because of my lighter skin tone. So
Mm.
like That's the other thing though. People need to stop doing is the skin tone shit. You know what I'm saying? No, you agree, but you would just judge me on my skin tone. Real
I
shit.
did. I'm sorry.
We come in all colors.
I can see that now.
You should have seen that before. Who's the whitest Latino you know?
mm, I don't know.
Or like ever like seen?
I would say my son's dad.
Your son's dad, but does he look Latino or like what did you think he was white at first?
Yeah, I thought he was white. He's from Michoacan. They're very light complected.
No. No.
Yeah, I've seen a couple already. They're light skinned.
No. The motherfuckers I met that had family from Michoacan were dark as fuck. Like dark. Like Guanajuato dark. You know what I'm saying?
No.
So like I'm gonna give it to you this way, right? You got
Mhm.
northern Mexico, that's where all the lighter skinned people live. And you got
Mhm.
central Mexico and you get the mixture. And you go further south, like southern Mexico, they're all pretty damn dark.
Yeah.
Michoacan's in the southern part, you know what I'm saying? So
Well, his family is very light skinned.
there
That's
might be
why.
like the small percentages that are like either light, dark, whatever, but majority are pretty damn pretty brown.
Yeah,
You know,
you're right.
at least go you'll meet people that are way the fuck lighter than Canelo. Like lighter.
Really?
Really? Yeah, you can get lighter than Canelo, I guess. You know, like paper. And they
Oh.
have blonde hair, blue eyes, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they get more so the Spaniard genetics. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. What about Guatemala? Are there like lighter skinned people there, or like nah?
Mm-mm.
For real, everyone's brown.
Yeah.
They gotta get more mixture, get more culture in there.
Mhm.
I mean, you already got it. You know, you have Japanese. Do you know a lot about Japanese culture?
Um, I know somewhat.
Somewhat. Like what the anime?
Well, anime, the cars,
I'm about to judge you off your anime.
mm, my anime.
I'm about to judge you off your anime preference. Off your anime preference. No, no, no.
Okay.
What's your number one anime to watch? Hey,
I really do. I really did enjoy Naruto a lot.
which one?
Naruto.
Oh, man, everybody watch that. Okay,
I enjoyed it. It has a moral to it. It has a moral to the story.
I got you. No, no, I'm not knocking it. It's a good one. I'm just saying everybody watches it. You know, you got to get
Yeah, it's
into other
typical.
shit. You got to get into what's that shit? Tokyo Ghoul, Demon Slayer. You
I
know what I'm
heard that
saying?
one's really good. Demon Slayer is good too.
Demon Slayer is dope. That's probably one of the best ones of all time. I'm not even like in the anime like that. I just like the show. Like
Yeah, it's a really good show.
people think that shit's weird that I'm not into like anime like that because that's like a hot thing, I guess. But I never got
Yeah.
into it like that. I just watched the shows and I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool. But I'm not like into it. Like when's the next season coming out? Or like I like how the characters look. You know what I'm saying? Some people have like anime girlfriends and shit. I'm like, what is this?
Anime
Anime
girlfriends. What?
or like anime boyfriends and shit. Like what is this? What are we
Mm,
doing here? We got that. Like I said, going back to the generation at hand, it's gone pretty damn hectic. Pretty
yeah, it
hectic.
has.
But hold on, going back to the Spanish thing. You speak fluent Spanish?
Mhm.
And you said my last name fucked up. I'm
What?
s- no, that wasn't. I'm sorry. That was in the back of my head as I was explaining that, and I had to go back to it. It was gonna bother me the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? I had to go back to that. What's your last name?
Medeiros.
Oh yeah, it's right there. You said Medeiros,
Hmm.
Medeiros.
Yes.
You gotta say it
Um.
like that. Medeiros.
Yeah, Medeiros.
Órale, pues.
It's Portuguese.
What?
Yeah, it's a Portuguese last name.
We finna Google that shit right the fuck now. Ain't no goddamn way. Hold up. Ain't no way. I'm gonna look that shit up right now. But last name origin. Well, um, so it says Portuguese and Galician. Galician's part of Portugal.
Hmm.
Dead ass. So it's not even Medeiros, it's Medejos. I know a little bit of Portuguese. Like the R makes a fucking H sound and some shit. That's weird. I figured it. Then again, it kind of makes sense. Kind of. Now that I think about it. But I've known Latinos that had that last name though. Maybe it's
Hmm.
just spelled differently. I don't know.
Yeah, it is spelled a little different.
That's why. Yeah, yeah. Because the ones I know they don't have the I in between the and the R. It's just they kind of kick out the I and say you, and then leave it at that. They do. Why you
Yes,
laughing?
because it's true.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, so who's Portuguese?
Well, long story short, my stepdad, his his stepdad was Portuguese, so he
Oh,
adopted him and he adopted the last name, and then he came into my life, and then he adopted me, and then I carried on the last name.
word. Okay. So okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
Interesting.
a lot of people in Hawaii have that last name.
That's also I've met a lot of Filipinos with that last name too. I met some
Yeah.
Filipinos with my last name, and I'm like, fuck, are we like cousins or what? Possibly. I don't
For
know.
real.
We probably had the same like conquering ancestors. The same Spanish conqueror or some shit. I don't fucking know. That
Hmm.
that's why I feel like the DNA test shit that they have nowadays don't go as deep. I wish they did. Cause then you can find out like who exactly fucked who and who conquered who, and it's like, bro, fuck that guy. You know what I'm saying? Or like that's where like,
Yeah.
my name comes from. That's crazy.
Yeah.
It'd just be interesting, and like to know where your natives come from too.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
All I know is the Native American that's in me comes from Colorado, and then the other, I guess, on the native part, come from Jalisco. So I don't know much else. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't look in the mirror and see straight up white. By the way, like I don't. I look at my features. Like I have small eyes. What white people have small eyes or like thick eyebrows? You know what I'm saying? Big lips.
Hmm. That's gonna
What?
bother you, huh?
A little bit, bro. You're the first person that said I looked straight up white. Like I want to know what kind of white you saw. Like if it was like Italian, Irish, or like I don't know.
Like,
I'm very curious.
I don't
Or was it
know.
or was it just my accent or skin tone that kind of threw you off?
I think the accent and the skin tone.
You'll meet a lot of Mexicans with this skin tone and a lot darker and lighter. But the accent, I don't know what you're talking about. Like I don't hear the accent. Even when I say accent, like it sounds country.
You just sound so country.
The fuck? Okay, hold on. Give me a word. Give me a word. I'll say it, and then you tell me if I sound country.
Mm, I don't know. Okay. Hot sauce?
Hot sauce.
Okay, you did it right there. I think because you tried not to.
I'm using my normal voice.
I'm kidding.
No, dead ass is probably because I've been in Texas for a little bit now, probably a good couple years now. But I'm in El
Oh,
Paso.
okay.
I'm in El Paso, which is kind of weird because there's not like a lot of country people here, and I don't think there's Texas accents, and if so, I don't hear them, which is kind of scary because if I have it, then that's probably fucking why. I don't know. I don't know. But we're about at the end of this podcast episode. That sounded country. I ain't gonna lie to you. Not I can kind of hear. Oh my lord. We gotta go. I need to move, man. I need to get rid of that shit. I need to get my East Coast accent back. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but we're gonna start Q&A. So what
Okay.
happens is the viewers, people that watch the podcast and people that listen to it, throw in random questions here and there. Some of them are weird as fuck. Some of them are genuine questions. You get a mixture of everything. So
Okay.
uh, just heads up. Yeah. She's like, "What's the first one?" I don't. I'm gonna click random. I'm gonna do random one. All right, ready?
Okay.
Oh, okay.
What advice do you have for finding the right one?
The right one.
Um, my advice would go again with focusing on yourself, and the right one will come to you.
Okay.
Simple, but
I mean, that's. I mean, I'm saying that's what we've been saying. So hopefully they get that message and do that. If not, then I don't know. That's up to them. All right.
mm, how would you imitate this emoji, and what does it mean?
Yo, for real, what does that emoji mean? Because it's one of the newer
I
ones,
think
but
it's
what
like
the
a little shyness right there. Like you try
right.
to say something a little spicy, but you want to look cute.
So you've used it before.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the first part was how what was it? How would you imitate? So how would you imitate that emoji?
Like with my hands,
Yeah.
I would say like cover your face, but you want to peek through.
Do you believe people actually do that in real life? Like you know how some emojis you're like, bro, I've seen people do that, like that exact face. What about that
hmm
emoji? That people do that exact emoji before?
I think I feel like you would do that emoji when you're like watching a scary movie and you're like trying not to look.
So you've done that before watching a scary movie?
Yes.
Okay. 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 Next random one. That's ironic.
Are you a horror fan? Horror movie fan? Um, I get scared easily, so I would say no.
I'm not a nowadays horror movie fan. Old school horror movies. Are you scared of spiders? Because I am.
Am I scared of spiders?
Yeah.
Um, no.
Why, bro? They have 8 legs for no reason. You know what I'm saying? They have like 8 eyes for no reason. That shit's freaky as fuck to me.
No, I'm not scared of them.
So like, if there was a big ass spider on the wall where you're at right now, you wouldn't freak out. So what would you do? I'm concerned. What would you do?
Um, I would either leave it there or I don't know, put it outside.
Leave it there? That's wild. What the fuck? Nah. Okay. First off, no. First off, look. If there was a big ass spider on the wall, like right next to me, this whole building is going and up in flames. Swear on it. I got arachnophobia. That's why. So I don't play with that
Oh,
shit.
okay. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
like I used to when I you're gonna laugh, but like you know the bug spray, like the poison shit that they don't like. I used to sleep with that shit next to my bed, and if I ever saw like a spider,
No.
if I ever saw a spider or a centipede, because I lived on the East Coast, centipedes are big over there. I would grab that shit and spray the fuck out of them. Don't come back. You know what I'm saying? I make sure them motherfuckers didn't move, and I wouldn't pick them up either, cause fuck that. Like, nah, I'm not picking up that shit. Um, what was the next one? Random.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years from now? I see myself as a PA or an NP. Fingers
You said
crossed.
MP.
Hmm.
I can see that. I can see
I'm
that.
a girl.
And then the last one.
For certain situations, do you cover your eyes or your whole face more? What is? Wait, what?
Oh, that one popped up on the. That one popped up on the last episode.
What does that mean, though? What do they mean by that?
We're gonna read it again. I don't know either. For certain situations. Because this popped up on the last episode, and the guess was like probably my whole face, but like what situation? Like we don't really get
Hmm.
what situation. So I guess for any situation, what do you do more? I guess that's what.
Um, I feel
Yeah.
like covering my whole face. Certain situations.
So like, this is. I know it's gonna be hard. So this is why I'm gonna ask you to elaborate. Like, what would make you do that?
Let's see. Being either upset or confusion, frustration. I feel like it can be used in many things.
Bro, did I? So like, you said like if you're upset, like crying or something.
Yeah,
Bro, you're a Disney crier.
I'm a Disney crier. Is that even
That's
a
what I call
thing?
that shit. That's what I call that. Cause you know how like in Disney, like when they cry, they like cover their face type shit.
Mhm.
So you do that.
Mhm.
Yeah, you would Disney crier.
I didn't even
Like, what
know
do
that
you mean?
was a thing.
I didn't either. I just made it up. Well, I mean, they do that in Disney, so I'm like, what else am I gonna call that? Because I didn't think people actually did that in real life. Like, I didn't think people covered their face and cried.
Yeah.
Hmm. I thought that shit was like animated shit. Like, what the fuck? That's crazy. No, so like actually like your whole face, like how?
Like this?
Bro, what? Ain't no way.
Yeah.
That's normal. Like you've seen other people do that too.
Mhm.
I don't even know what's going on no more. We all animated.
We're all animated. Oh my
We
god.
we gotta be. What the fuck? I've never seen anybody do like cry like that. Like when they cry, I've seen them go like this, wiping tears. Like I don't see them covering their face. Who you mostly see do that though? Like males or females?
Mm, I feel like females.
You said it's only females. So like your friends are doing
Sometimes
that too?
guys do too, though. I've seen a guy do it before.
What the fuck? So like you mostly seen. I'm guessing like friends, like your friends do that.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah.
I got you. So like you said, okay. So you said when crying, and you said what else?
Sorry. Crying, confusion, frustration.
Now frustration, I believe, cause you don't even know what the fuck your body doing when you're frustrated.
Hmm.
Where the guy? Mm, that frustration hit different. That's probably the worst. I'm probably gonna say that's probably the worst mood to ever be in is frustrated.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You said for sure.
Hmm.
Lordy. All right, so that wraps up this podcast. So this was your first podcast, huh?
Yes.
All right, cool, cool. What'd you think so far?
I think it was a good experience to have.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So like, what would like the I guess what were like the overall feelings like before coming on here? Like, were you kind of nervous or like?
I feel like I feel like I wasn't that nervous because you kind of gave me a brief summary of what your podcast was gonna be. So I feel like I was more prepared, and plus I feel like I mean like I already have experience like speaking with people, so it was
Right,
okay.
right. I'm sorry, you said brief summary. You sound like a teacher when you said that shit. Give me a brief summary on this. Like what? All right. Like, I know what it means, but like that's just funny. Like you're the first person to say brief summary. I haven't heard that since school. So yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Intelligently spoken. That's what I would. That's a word I would describe with, or a way, I guess, because that's more than one word. But yeah, a way I would describe you. Intelligently spoken.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, it's a good thing. I want to get there one day, but I don't know enough big words or like ones that would actually like come to my head when I'm speaking.
I feel like reading a lot of books help.
See, I can do that, and then like I don't know. So I could tell you where I have trouble at when I read books is I have trouble not picturing because I can picture like what's going on, but I have trouble like
Mhm.
remembering or understanding certain things about a book. If that makes sense. So like I can picture like what's going on and picture the moment through the words, but I just can't like I don't know. Like there's just certain parts I don't really understand too much, so I can't like picture it. And I feel like the way my brain works, if I can't picture it, then I'm not gonna understand it. So I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of weird, but that's just how that shit works.
Okay.
But yeah, but I do appreciate you coming on this podcast, and I hope you enjoyed it, everything about it, and it yeah. I hope you weren't too shy. Like I could tell you were shy at the beginning, but then you kind of started to warm up a little bit as the
Yes.
episode went along. So that's a good thing. It's definitely a good thing. Because all I try to do is bring like good positive vibes to this podcast. So I could tell you the most yeah most male podcasters have what do you call it, a stereotype where they bring people on and or bring females on and then just talk shit to them the whole time.
Oh, I know. I've seen.
So did you think that's
You're
what?
honestly respectful.
Yeah, I keep things cordial. I don't like having beef and shit. Like I get people would want to see the drama and all that good stuff, but I don't like dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm the type of person that's gonna bother me for the rest of the day. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
nah, I like to keep things cordial. Did you think it was like that before you came on?
No. Mm-mm.
No? Okay, that's good. So I don't give off that vibe that I'm a shit talk people.
No,
Okay.
you don't.
Okay, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, that about wraps up this episode. And again, appreciate you coming on and you have
Thank you
yourself a
for
wonderful
having
day.
me.
Yeah, yeah.